here with head basketball coach Darryl LeBerry. Coach, you've known Ryan Harrow now basically almost his entire life. You've seen him playing basketball since he was about 6, 7 years old. Talk about his development over the years and kind of what you've seen.
Well, Ryan, when he was about 6 or 7, was always a very crafty ball handler. He was kind of like our trick guy. Like, he used to come to Georgia Tech camp when I was a player there, and I used to work the camps in the summer times. And instead of having someone come in and speak or having some entertainment come in, we would just give Ryan Harrow the ball at lunch and just like let him do tricks, because he was unbelievable at what he could do with the ball, and that has translated to what he's become as a college player, because he has the ball on the string and can kind of get to wherever he wants to get to. But he couldn't really score. He wasn't very strong, and he was even smaller than he is now. I mean, he was tiny, tiny, tiny. So he couldn't even get to the he would get to the basket and couldn't even shoot it. But now, as you can see, he's matured, he's grown, he's athletic, he's gotten longer. I never, ever would have guessed he would have got to 6'1", 6'2", whatever he is in that range now. I thought he was going to be like 5'7", 5'6", but he's become a really good player.
How much did he improve last season, and how much do you think the change of environment coming home really helped his game out?
Well, I was just watching the shorter film because it's my scout for this year, and I was watching him play last year. And some of the plays he made early in the year, the finishes that he couldn't make, he looked uncomfortable. He was a little unsure of himself, didn't know exactly what he wanted to do offensively or defensively to what he did later in the year by the time we got to the championship game when he had 37 to offer Peyton. I mean, it was a drastic improvement. I would love to take all the credit as far as the coaching staff, but a lot of it was him. He bought into what we were saying. He listened to us. He matured. He came in. He watched film, and he did a lot of work on his game. And I think he just became comfortable with himself, having come back home, having his family around, having friends and family that haven't been able to watch him play at the other 2 stops he was at, come and see him on a consistent basis. And I just feel like he got back to the level of play that he had when he was in AAU in high school in the state of Georgia.
And obviously, the last question for you. He's had a year in our system. What do you think he's capable of doing and being this year? And then after Georgia State, is the sky the limit for him?
I told people all summer long, he's really even improved since the spring to now. I think there's really no limit to what he can do. He had a great year last year, but I think he's going to be way better than he was last year as far as his assist numbers, defensively, scoring, his shooting percentages, because he's shooting the ball from the perimeter a lot better than he did last year. And then moving forward, if he just continues to work the way he worked this spring and this summer, I think he's a pro-level talent. I think everybody wouldn't argue with that. It's just, does he have the intangibles? Is he going to continue to work on his game? Is he going to continue to try to improve? Is he going to become more vocal, become a leader, which he's done with us? Will that continue to develop? And if that does, I think we'll see him playing at the next level.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Here with senior Ryan Harrow. Ryan, looking back on last year, your first year here in the program, first year back in Atlanta, individually, was it what you had hoped coming home and being able to perform the way you did?
Definitely. I thought I had a really good year last year. I was just coming, trying to join the team, make sure that they accepted me, but I wanted to, do well so that they could see that I could play with them and that I wanted to win just as bad as them. And I think I did that, I really boosted up my stats from all the other years that I played, but I was just learning from coaches, and I was really working hard last year because I wanted to make a point that, even though I had to leave because of my circumstances, that I'm able to play.
Talk a little bit about how important it was to be welcomed back into Atlanta, and with so many family, friends, being welcomed by the fans. You're obviously one of the fan favorites. How much did that help just from a confidence perspective when you're out on the court? Even if you might have missed a shot, they were going to be there for you.
Well, I mean, it was great to be back home in Atlanta with my family being here and all my friends that I grew up with. That was great. It was kind of surprising when I got to school that people actually knew who I was, and they was excited for me to play. So just having them come to the games and them being excited to see me play out here, it makes me, want to do well on the court and have fun and, bring excitement to the game.
And before we let you go, obviously, team got off to a little bit of a slow start this year, and obviously it ended a little disappointing from a team perspective. How much with the summer practice and what you guys have been able to do already, as well as this being your second year into this system, do you think that'll help you guys get off to a quicker start, per se, as games get underway, exhibition games and then regular season?
I think the biggest thing for us was the trip to Costa Rica. We was really all able to bond together, and we was able to play games over the summer so we could kind of see what each other can do on the floor. And we just all been working hard, and we really a close-knit group, even though we have a lot of new people and freshmen and stuff like that. But we all, know what each person is best at, And as long as we listen to coach and, you know, we take from what we learned last year and implement it to this year, I think we'll be pretty good.